Hi, my name is Jordan Stevens, and I'm here with Kevin Balthazar, and we're have our third video on creating a window with multiple tabs. First, we're going to start out. We haven't shown you yet how to first open Adempiere, so now we're going to go to this PC, our C drive, and we're going to go to the Adempiere folder, and then we're going to click Run Adempiere. And we're going to, we can also make this easier for you by sending it to your desktop, making a clickable link. So we send it to our desktop, and we can literally just click it and open it from there. So we're going to open Adempiere. Once we open it, we're going to delete our old file for CMOM, or our minutes of meeting table. So in our last video, we showed how to create a new window with a unique tab. In this video, we will explain how to create a window with multiple tabs. So first, we're going to delete the menu that we have. We're going to put minutes of meeting, find it, and we're going to delete it. Click OK. And then after that, we're going to delete the window. Search minutes of meeting. We're going to delete that. And then we're going to finally delete our actual table. And after we do that, we're going to finally delete the columns and tables. Okay. So now once we've done that, we are going to go over to Postgres, and we're going to look for our CMOM table, and we're going to drop the adempiere.c_mom table by running a SQL statement. So the SQL statement, once we find that, is just drop table and then put the table's name as labeled right there. We're going to do that and paste it. Once you do that, it's been deleted, it's been dropped. Now we're going to create three new tables with our new statement. So we're going to go back over and we're going to copy and paste the code that we have to create our three tables. And we're going to post those. We're going to press enter and run it. Alright, now it's returned successful. So what we just did is we just created three new tables. The first table is our initial table that we had before, which was the CMOM table, which represents the basic minutes of meeting detail. The second table is the CMOM discussion line, represents each minutes of meeting discussion detail, like what the actual meeting was and what it is about. And the last one is the CMOM participants line, which basically shows the participants of each meeting. So now that we have that, we will use the same steps we did in our last video to create the tables and columns in Adempiere. So we're going to go to Adempiere, go to tables and columns. We're going to type it's going to go to all. Yep. And this shows what we're going to have in our mom table. And we're going to go to our next table. So we're going to put our next table in. Discussion detail, all. Everything looks good. Create a new one. And then our final table. Now we're going to go to the Windows tab and field, go to our create new window, new record. Our name is going to be minutes of meeting. So our new table is going to be client system organization window. Now we're going to create our first tab for our CMOM table. So we're going to put name as MOM for minutes of meeting. Then we're going to go find the minutes of meeting table, and we're going to put sequence as 10 and tab level as 0. And we're going to create fields and go tick mark. That's the columns that are in that tab. Click OK. So now we're going to look at the field sequence of these tabs, and we're going to look and see what we want. We'll change our sequence. Now that we have our proper sequence order, we're going to change the names to the proper names just by going to field tab, changing the name to what we want it to be. Start date and then start time, so end time. We'll change that right now. Now that we're finished with that, we're going to start with our second tab, our participants table. And we have our participants tab. So now we're going to start with our participants tab. And we're going to go to the table, pick the right CMOM participants tab, sequence 20, tab level of 1. And then we go down, we're going to create a link between the two tables of a primary key and foreign key, that kind of deal. So we're going to click for CMOM ID, and we're going to go down, we're going to create fields. Press the correct tick mark, check everything's correct. Then we're going to create we're going to check our sequence, make sure our sequence is correct right now. Now that we have a proper sequence, we're going to change them to the proper names right now. And to do that, we're just going to change the names. Now that we've got that finished, we're going to make our last tab our discussion line tab. So we're going to go to tab. We're going to create our new tab. Okay, so we're going to choose our correct discussion line. And now we're going to go to our sequence. And our sequence, the sequences field on the tab screen determines the tab sequence. A tab with the least value of sequence appears at the first tab, and the one with the largest value appears as the last tab. The larger the value, the lower it will be on the tabs on the left-hand side when you open the window. The tab level determines the level of tables. So since MOM, our MOM table, is the parent of both the participants table and the discussion table, it's given a value of 0, while the participants table and the discussion table will have a value of 1. Once we do that, we're going to establish the link between the two tables. And we're going to establish that it is the CMOM ID. And once we do that, we're going to create our fields and click the tick mark. And we have our three tabs done. So now we're gonna change this to the proper sequence right now. Now that we have the proper sequence, we're going to change the names in the field tab right now. Now that we have our names there written in there properly, now our window is done. So we're gonna have our window here, and we can create, for this part, we can just follow the same recipe as we did in our last video to create a new menu item. So the name is going to be minutes of meeting. And yep, user maintained window, and then the window's name will be minutes of meeting. Yep, everything looks good. Press save. Now we're going to X out of that, log out, and we're going to log back in as garden admin. The check mark, and we'll check and we'll see if it's there. So we're going to go to menu, go to minutes of meeting, see if it's there. See the 3 tabs there. with mom at the top being the parent table of participants and discussion detail. So we can enter our name, we can enter a start date, everything like we were doing in there, but now there's separated tabs for the participants and the discussion detail. We can enter the participant's name in the table and the company they're associated with. And we can give also the discussion of the detail, discussion item number. Alright, we save that. And now we can see that in the minutes of meeting table, we have our minutes of meeting, our actual participants, and the discussion detail. And with that, we are finished with our creating a window with multiple tabs.